Hola estudiantes, bienvenidos a otro episodio de Cómo hacer cosas con el Sr. Stevenson. Sorry, had Spanish translation on there. My bad. I was saying, hello, welcome back, students, to another exciting episode of How to Do Stuff with Mr. Stevenson. We're back on another very important topic. I can't stress enough how important this topic is. Long division. We are going to be dividing. It is another, but probably one of the most important essential skills out there, and that is just plain division. Really, division is basically a series of multiplying and subtracting steps. When you do division by hand, you're not actually dividing anything out. I have a little example for you here. It's the classic Chick-fil-A chicken patty. Great sandwich. I am not getting paid by Chick-fil-A, by the way. That was just a plug for them because I love their sandwich. But what we think of division is we would basically say, if you take these 20 sandwiches and you split them into 20 groups, and I can do that right now. There's a group. I'm going to split them into 4 groups. Right there. So now I have them split into 4 groups, and how many are in each group? So if I take 20 Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and I split them into 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, how many sandwiches are in each group? And you can count clearly 5. That is basically what we did in the old school division. And maybe you went beyond that, but the bottom line is with division, it gets a little tricky at times, especially when we get into some of the bigger numbers. So what we're going to do here today is I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to show you long division with some basic problems. Before we do that, we have to get into some terminology as usual. We love our terminology here in mathematics. We have the word divisor, and we have the word dividend. Both of them are necessary terminology when it comes to division. And I also have a problem we're going to start here today. I have this really cool template right here that we're going to use, and I'm going to show you how to set up these problems in a long division method. It's called a division bar right here, and we're going to use that division sign here. I have a 89 divided by 5. So 89 is considered my dividend right here. I'm going to move that over. 89 is the dividend, and 5 is the divisor. And here's what that looks like. So we have the 89 and the 5. I'm going to take my 5, and the divisor is always the one that goes on the outside. So this 5 is the divisor. And the dividend is always the one that goes on the inside. So the divisor goes on the out. The dividend, so it says dividend, it sounds like the word in is at the end. Dividend goes in. So I'll move this over here, and I'll put the number 89. Let's see if I can space this out a little bit. I'll put the number 89 inside there. Now I'm going to handwrite the rest of this, and I'm going to show you guys how to set this problem up using the long division method. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look right here at the first digit in the number 89. The digit is an 8, which represents 80, but we're going to look at it as an individual digit as 8. And we're going to ask how many 5s would fit inside 8. So what we could do is to figure out how many times 5 goes into 8, we could look at it like this. Here's our sandwiches. And here is our sandwich bags. So if 8 sandwiches fit inside the bag, how many groups of 5 chicken sandwiches can I put inside the bag? Let's do this differently. Let's go like that. Okay, how many groups of 5 sandwiches can I put in there? Can I put 2 groups of 5? It only fits 8. 2 groups of 5 would be 10. So you wouldn't be able to fit more than just what? If you said 1, good job, it would be 1. So you'd put a 1 right here. You'd say one group of 5 fits in there. So 1 times 5. So I'm going to take 1 times 5, and I'm going to put it right here. 1 times 5 is 5. And you're going to follow these steps right here. You're going to go multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat as necessary. Multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat as necessary. Looks like this. This is the steps you follow. You multiply, you subtract, you bring down, and then you repeat as necessary. Repeat until the remainder, that's this number you get at the very end, is less than a divisor, and there is nothing left to bring down. So I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. So let's bring back my pen. And then so we did the first thing we did was multiply. We did 1 times 5 was 5. Then the next step is to subtract. So 8 minus 5 is 3. And then the bring down. You bring down the next digit. That digit is a 9. Okay, and then you're going to go back here. Okay, so then once you have brought down your 9, you're going to look to see how many times 5 will go into 39. So let's do it this way. So we'll change this number to 39. We'll say 39 sandwiches fit in here. And I'm putting them in groups of 5. How many groups of 5 can I put inside the bag? Okay, so you can count up by 5. You can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Well, 8. So 8 groups of 5 would be 40, so that would be a bit much, so we'll go to 7. Okay, and then, so that's my multiply, and now I subtract. 39 minus 35 is 4. And then I bring down if there's anything to bring down. In this case, there's nothing left to bring down. So then I get what's called a remainder. Maybe you're familiar with this. I get 17 remainder 4. That's how you do a simple division problem with just 2 digits right here in the dividend and only 1 digit in the divisor. Let's mix it up a little bit. And so now we move on to 895 divided by 5. And the only difference here is I have a 3-digit dividend now and a 1-digit divisor. And so basically most everything stays the same. We did this last time. So we have, we said that 5 went into, we had 5 going into 8 here. We said it would go, 5 would fit into 8 once without going over. So we use a 1. 1 times 5 is 5. And I subtract. Remember, you got to follow the rules. First you multiply, then you subtract, then you bring down. And you keep doing that until you can't bring down anymore. So 1 times 5 is 5, and 8 minus 5 is 3. Bring down your 9. 5, we said, went into 39 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35. Multiply. Now I subtract. I get 39 minus 35 is 4. Bring down. Now I had to bring down a 5. I didn't have that 5 there before. Now I'm bringing that down. We know, based on our math facts that we've learned over the years, that 5 does go into 45 exactly 9 times. 9 times 5 is 45, and I get 0 left. In this case, I get 0 as a remainder, and that's another way you know that you're done with the problem if your remainder is a 0. That's a little bit about long division. We'll get into some more complicated division here in the next lesson, but as for right now, in episode 31 here, that would be pretty much it. So, good luck on this, and as usual, if you have questions, you know where to find me.